for that wonderful speech. Education is a continual process. It's like a cycle. If you don't pedal, you don't go forward. Now it's time to begin our workshop, which we are all eagerly waiting to witness. This will be presented by a gentleman who is a man of varied interest, from trekking in the Himalayas to scuba diving in the Red Sea. With no options available for traveling during the pandemic, he's spending his lockdown time creating tech videos for Toastmasters on his YouTube channel, past Area 21 Director and currently Division F Director. Please help me welcome the presenter of this wonderful workshop, DTM Kajutan Barreto. Over to you.
Thank you, and a warm good morning to all of you all here in the audience. Club Success Plan. This is the time when, as club officers, we must be thinking, and I used to do that when I was a club officer, how much do I plan? Do I just put whatever is in my mind and then give it to my area director, and then we'll figure out what happens? Do I sit with my XCOM team and make a concrete plan? But then concrete plan itself is one part. And as DTM Khalid Abdullah has just mentioned, what do we do with the plan? A plan by itself, just created and put in a drawer, is not of any use to anybody. And the third part is, how do I make the plan? And as our division director has very clearly mentioned, what are we here for? What are we making a plan for? Who is our ultimate customer? The member. So today, I'm going to guide you all through the process of a club success plan that should be an ideal process for all club officers as leaders. And if we follow this process, we can be sure that we lay a strong foundation at the beginning of the year, and we monitor that foundation throughout the year to end our year successfully. I come from a management background. I am a general manager in a company, and we always start, as most of you all know, with a budget, which is also like a success plan. And I've been doing that for the last 10 years of my life, that we plan. And because without a plan, we cannot succeed. If we cannot just say, we'll see what happens, we'll see who joins our club, or we'll see who is interested in which path, then you will find it a struggle to reach your goals at the end of the year. Now, before I start, I want to just set some ground rules. I have enabled that the participants will be able to communicate with us through chat. I don't want to have an audio conversation at this time, because this will be an interactive session, but audio can be a disturbing element for everyone as we move back and forth. So it will be mostly, you put your questions in the chat, I will be monitoring them. As far as possible, try to use the speaker view so that you can see me and the contents that I am displaying properly. As I said, all queries to be in the chat. And as usual, safety comes first. Be aware of your surroundings and make sure that in case of any emergency, you are able to exit safely. What am I going to cover today in this 40 minutes or 45 minutes is, as our district director very clearly mentioned to us at the beginning, the leadership triangle. We need to look at Toastmasters from a different perspective, and then we can succeed. I'll explain to you the elements of a plan, and I have some team members who will help me to construct a plan in front of you so that you can see how a plan works. And I'll give you some tools that you can monitor the plan throughout the year. And I'll touch upon area success plan, but today the focus is mostly on the club success plan, because if you have a club success plan, you have 95% of the area success plan, by the way. Okay. Now, in Toastmasters, because it's a non-profit organization, the hierarchy of the different elements of leadership are slightly different than in a for-profit organization. Let's see what I mean by that. So here I have a triangle of the hierarchy of Toastmasters inverted, with the member on top as the strongest element of this triangle, the foundation on which everything rests. So from the member, we can then form a leadership of those members, which is the club XCOM, which is who are most of you all are here as the XCOM members. And then the area, then the division, then the district, then the region, and the world headquarters. And district, for example, has asked me to submit my division plan. I am the division F director, and I'm sure the same situation is for our division E director, my counterpart, Xavier Das. We have been asked to submit our division plan. But what division plan can I submit? Can I just say, okay, I am going to ensure that my division has 100 educational awards? I can't say that because I don't know what my area is doing, which means unless my area directors give me their area plan, I have no clue what division plan I can give. So I haven't given it, by the way, because I'm waiting for my area directors to give me my plan. But the area directors are equally clueless because they are waiting for the clubs to give the club success plan to them. Because if the clubs give their plan to the area, then they know what to do with their area plan. And really, if the club wants to make a success plan, they all depend on the member. That means you club cannot make a success plan if they don't know what the member wants, what the customer wants. As in the business, when we create a budget plan, we identify what does the customer want. And based on that, we create a business plan. It's the same way in Toastmasters, understand what is it that your members want and then make the plan. So the hierarchy of structure of creating a plan is something like this. Again, this has already been covered by our district director, DTM Salim, that you start with the member interest survey. That means you start by understanding what is it that your members want. From there, you have the base for creating a success plan for your club. When you give it to the area will make their area plan. When they give it to me and to us and all our division directors, we'll make our division plan. And then it goes to the district. And then from there to region. Let's not go beyond that. Let's focus on the first 2-3 layers of the planning. So this is the triangle of Toastmasters. I want you all to put in chat a simple answer for me. If as XCOM members, if you were to send out the members interest survey, and I see that our immediate past division E director has already posted it in the chat, it's a PDF file of only 2 pages. If you send it to your club members, and let's say your club members have 20 members, in the chat, can you tell me how many you think will actually reply back to you? Will it be all 20 members? Within 2 days, you'll get the response. Is it 50%? You think you'll get 10 people? I see people talking about 3 to 4, that is 30%, 20%. And that's my experience too, by the way. It really requires the XCOM team to sit personally if required. We can't do that, of course, with the pandemic. I see that some people have managed to get 13 members. Hind Obaid, I appreciate that, Hind. Amazing. 5 to 6, that looks like the average. Mazhar has done an excellent job. He managed to get almost all, and that's amazing. Allah, 10 to 12, that's also very good, actually. Vevalan, 15. That is actually absolutely amazing. That means your members are really motivated. So, what's the difference between this set where some people said 3 to 4, some people said 20? Maybe the club itself is more engaged. The members are more aligned with their XCOM team. That's why they got this, like Tagreed Khanti says, 75%. That kind of response is really, really amazing. Let me move on to the actual document of the club success plan. I just want to show it to you. So, as we were talking about the member interest survey, this is the document given to us by Toastmasters International 403 member interest survey. You can download it from the Toastmaster website. And it's basically a PDF file, but the interesting thing is it can be filled electronically. So if I wanted to fill my interest and give it to my XCOM team, I could fill it up, and I could very quickly, not more than 5 to 10 minutes, I can complete this. Let's say I'm from Kuwait Challenges, and my two goals for currently is to complete level 5 of which part am I doing? Presentation mastery, and some leadership activity. I don't know, whatever it is. Long-term goals, second DTM, and so forth. And you could then check how much is the member interested in involving. Does he want to be a mentor? Yes. Does he want to help increase club membership? Maybe he doesn't have interest. So within 5 to 10 minutes, you can members can complete this survey and send it back to you. If you want to be more innovative with your member interest survey, instead of sending them a PDF file, when I first became a VP 2 years ago, I had created this form called, it's basically a copy paste of the member interest survey in Google Forms. And the advantage, of course, is that if I ask people to fill up a Google form like this, where I put the same information, let's say, preview it. This is how it will look for the members if you send it to them. And if I put my email address, my name, and it's the same thing. It's a long-term goals. What is the long-term goal? Complete level 5 of pathways, right? Long-term goal to conduct workshop on, let's say, what, branding, whatever. What is my long-term goal? DTM number 2, let's say. Okay, this was the long-term. This is the short-term goal. Sorry, I just entered it in the wrong. But once you go to the next, again, the same. It can be filled as quickly as a PDF file. But the only advantage you will get is you will be able to download all the surveys in an Excel file, because you can assess all the results in one place, and then you can look at it, and all the XCOM members can look at all the surveys and say, hey, this is what our club members want. Let's now make the right success plan for them. Let's make, as Khalid said, make a calendar so that these objectives of our members are met. Because if the club members' objectives are met, of course they will renew, of course they will bring more members, and you will achieve your goals. This form, by the way, if you all want, you all are free to, I will message me and I will share the form. You can copy it in your own Google Drive folder and share it with your members and collect the information in an electronic form instead of a PDF. That's step number 1, understanding your customer. In our case, understanding our member. Let's move on to the next thing, that what we are here for, which is at the club level. Let's say we have a fairly good understanding of our members now, either through the member survey, or maybe you have even called them one by one and you have understood what is it that they need. Now we are ready to sit and make our club success plan. And we have also a very interesting document which you must have gone through, and your area directors must be asking you to review this and submit it. Now, one thing I want to make very clear to you about the club success plan and the DCP program. When it's a very long document, 38 pages, and your first thought might be, my goodness, what do I enter in all of this? How so much to read, never ending number of pages, and then you have to fill all this information about your team, your core values. And yesterday only there was a good discussion about that. Why should, as a club, put in core values when we already know what are our core values, right? Our core values are already defined by Toastmasters International. But what you can do as a XCOM is put in as much information as you want or as little as you want, but have a plan that can be understood by everybody in your XCOM team. And more importantly, when you share this plan with your members, they know exactly what to do to achieve this plan. Because at the end of the day, you must have made this plan with their interest in mind, with their member interest survey, which means once you communicate back to them, they will see, yes, they have made sure that my goal of completing pathways level 5 is there. They have ensured it that I will be there in that plan. So that means the member will be motivated to complete his project to finish his pathways level 5, if that was me, for example. So it's a combination. It's not something that you create, send it to the area director and you forget about it. No, you create the plan and you share it with your council. They understand what is their role to achieve the plan. Everybody understands their plan role and their responsibilities. And that is a success plan. Of course, we need to monitor it, but communication is the key in this case. Now, 38 pages, that's a lot. And again, a year ago, I had created one kind of a bird's eye view of this plan in one page. And those, I know that some of you have already seen it, but those who have not seen it, we are now going to go through it on the screen. So this 38 pages can be condensed in one page, and I'll show you how it can be done. So I created this, what we call the same DCP goal sheet, and let's see what it contains. Now, this is like a sample DCP sheet for one club called Hems Deep. Of course, only those who are fans of Lord of the Ring will understand the references of all the names, and if you all are fans of Lord of the Rings, then you have my thumbs up, by the way, and you can put in the chat, yes, I know the Middle Earth, I know the Helm's Deep. If you know it, a big thumbs up to you. But of course, we are not here to talk about a fictional club in some fantasy land. We want to talk about a club that is real, that we can all relate to. And to complete this, I have with me one such club. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove all these white areas and make it empty. And we'll see how we can achieve, or how a club can look at a bird's eye view and say, and I'll put everything to no. So the plan starts with 0 DCP goals. And this is a very interactive worksheet. In fact, in an online world, if you were to sit in a meeting with the XCOM team and open the sheet, you could complete this practically in, let's say, half an hour. assuming, of course, you have done your member interest survey and you know what your members want, you could complete this in half an hour. And then, of course, you could then fill in this information in the bigger club success plan and fill it with more meat, more text, more information for your area director, for your division director, and so forth. So we have here one club, which I will disclose to you now who that club is. And to do that, first of all, the club we are going to work is called Bhavan's Toastmasters Club. And you must be knowing the club well, those who are in Division A. And let me go to Toastmasters International website. And I want all club officers, by the way, the first thing you should do is be familiar with the dashboards. And the beautiful thing about the Toastmaster dashboards are they're accessible to anybody. You don't have to be XCOM, you don't have to be a member, you can be anybody in the world, and you can know exactly what each club is doing, even though you are not a club member of Toastmasters. That's the beauty of Toastmasters. Everything is available out there for us to access. So you can see now, anybody in the world could just come to this dashboards and see the entire history of the current status of Toastmasters International by region, and within each region, which region has achieved how much percentage of members, how many members are there, what's the growth, what's the decline in each region. Beautiful, isn't it? And that was the first thing I used to do when I first joined Toastmasters. I used to go and check which district is doing well, which area is doing well. And that way I could know what's happening to my own club. And you should do that too. So let me pick up District 20. And of course, this is more related to membership. I'm more interested in the club performance. So I will click on the third option, which is the club performance. And the club I'm interested in is called Bhavan's Toastmasters. So I can click Control F, Bhavan's, and this is the club. And I can see that they did rather well. A big round of applause to them. They closed the year with 10 out of 10 DCP goals. You can't get any better than that. Looks very healthy. All the check boxes are tick, 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 tick. I'm very happy with this club. So let me first of all ask the president of the club, the new president, Santosh, to please share with me his vision of the new club. I mean, for the club for the new year. So we could then start building our club success plan. Santosh?
Hi, good morning.
Good morning to you. How are you?
Good morning, Division Director Kajizant, and all the Division E Director, District Directors, and all the dignitaries and distinguished guests. A very warm good morning to all. And I would like to call all the stars present in the meeting. It's a big Friday that you're all
Yes, I can see that.
It's better to fall down with a plan in your hand rather than nothing in your head. As a must activities, whether it is short term or long term. As a sales manager, sales and marketing manager, always submit budget plan as our division director said to our top management. Then our top management come. This is always happening. So as a president of Bhavan's Toastmasters, when I took over the office with my team, we just align with our team like VP, VPM, VPPR, all the ExCom members. And we requested them, okay, how do we achieve our targets? How do we have a master plan to get into our DCP goals? Any club who is in align, who is in synergy can achieve the DCP goals. That is the first fundamental factor that any club member need to understand. Building up synergy among the members and achieving the goals is nothing but it's relentless hard work and your persistence. So that leads to you the success. So when I joined Bhavan's Toastmasters, I got a fantastic which I learned from their food actually. And then now I'm at the position. My team EXCO members are here. My VP is here, VPM, all other distinguished guests are here. So I think in order to achieve the DCP goals, we have laid out a plan, which is like conducting workshops or conducting the programs, the events, or our annual gatherings, or our Christmas celebrations, whatever you call it as. So we planned it and we are into it already. And we have a plan for some program committee. And very soon we are going to have a major event, which we will be announcing to the Toastmasters fraternity. And you will all witness it. And our target, in order to elaborate our target, I will hand over my mic to our VP Education, who will, in detail, he will explain to you what is our forthcoming targets. Over to our
Thank
VP,
you.
PM
Yeah,
Kondal
before
Reddy.
I hand, thank you, President. But before you hand over, let us look at your dashboard. As you can see, that you started with a base of 23, and I'll just make a note of it. So you have a base of 23 members. So are you confident that you will add another 8 members at the end of the year, at least, or more?
Definitely, we will.
Fantastic. And also, I see that you have finished the year with President Distinguished. I'm assuming that you are also aiming for 10 out of 10, correct?
Exactly. We will definitely achieve it.
Fantastic. All right, great. So now that we know that this is the club, Bhavan's
Yes.
Toastmasters, we have a base of 23, we have finished with 10, and let's move on to our club DCP worksheet. And as I had just noted down the number of the club, let me put that club number here. The club name is Bhavan's Toastmasters. And of course, this is area, what is the area, sir?
Area 20.
17.
2020.
Okay. Division E, District 20.
20.
Okay. And we noted
20.
that the club base is 23. Now, let me ask your VP Education. What is he planning for the educational awards? Kondal, can you let me know, first of all, have you managed to understand whether at least 4 members will be able to complete level 1 awards?
Yes, good morning. Thank you, Mr. DTM Kajitan, and good morning for everybody on the house and distinguished our district officials and our division officials. All a warm good morning to you. So, yes, I am a Bhavan's. I pleasure with the Bhavan's Toastmasters member, and I blessed it with a great team with me and great mentors, great coaches. Along with that, when I see the my success, club success plan, it's very easy to me to fill it is, and because my members are very enthusiastic and very energetic, and whenever I ask, oh, you need to complete in this month and this level, so immediately they raise the hands. This is the way I was very interested and very easy to make this plan to make it. Yes, your question, sir.
Yes, so as I said, let us look at the 6 educational awards. And as you know, in the new year, the educational awards now have changed because now we are going forward only we are talking about pathways. There are no more awards from the legacy program except one by the way. And as you know,
Yes,
it might be that it's the only
DTM.
one which will be accepted for this year is the DTM award. So even if
Yes.
somebody has achieved the legacy DTM, in this year, we will still be able to score that in our DCP goals. Okay, so let's look at the first award. Do you have any members who have planned to complete four members who have planned to complete level 1?
Yes, we have that.
So let me make it yes then, because once the moment I make it yes, you will notice that the DCP target has already reached one goal. Okay, but of course I need
One
to know
goal.
who are the 4 members. Can you give me their names?
Yes, I already interacted with our members and to fill for my form. And with
Yes.
those names, TM Biju Samuel, and TM Susan
Okay,
Abraham
let's do it slowly. No hurry. Bijo Samuel,
and TM Susan Abraham
Susan Abraham,
and TM Bijo Babu
Bijo Babu,
and DTM Anil Kumar Revankar
DTM
is
Anil.
going to second DTM.
Yes, so when DTM Anil Kumar has said he will complete level 1, you can be sure that he will deliver this award to you because he is one of the most dedicated members of Bhavans that I know. So similarly, I'm sure other members are equally
Yes.
motivated to deliver this award to you. So do you have any target date in mind where all 4 will complete this award?
It's our target is December, but much early we will finish this
Yeah,
level.
December is fine. No rush. Let us not make any this thing. We'll give them a very relaxed target,
Comfort
but
level.
yeah, but then at the same time encourage them to finish early. Give them some incentive if they finish early, right? Do you think 2 members will
Yes.
complete level 2 award?
Yes, that I already interacted with my chartered plan.
Fantastic.
That with
So
myself, I am in going to TM Kundal Reddy and Jiju Raman Kulat.
Biju,
Myself, TM Kondal
okay,
Reddy,
Ondal ready,
and Jiju, TM Jiju.
Jiju, huh?
Yes.
All
So
right.
we too, we are trying to achieve for the level 2.
So already we can see we can target 2 goals here now. And
Yes.
what's the target date for both of you all?
This is I was off the way is completed, so that's why we put it in November.
November. Great. What about another 2 members completing level 2? So as you can see, if
Yes,
another
those
2
also.
members complete level 2, we'll get 1 more DCP goal, right?
Yes,
So
yes,
we can
we
get
have
that
planned
also.
it. We
Great.
planned
Who are
it.
the 2
We
members?
have planned as a 3, but as a standby Anuchandran, TM Anuchandran and TM Suguna,
How do you spell it? Can you spell it?
Suguna, Guna. Okay.
Okay. And the target date for them?
And one more also TM Prashant also we put it as a standby. So either of them they will. This will be again into December.
Okay. Sushant, you said?
Prashant.
Prashant. Okay, now if 2
In
members
December.
can complete level 3, then we can get 1 more DCP goal. Do we have any people who are planned for that?
Yes, yeah. This also we planned it. As myself, I am Kondal Reddy.
Great. So you are showing them the way as a leader. Excellent. And
And the second one, Bessi Matai.
can you spell it?
Bessi Matai. Bessy. Bessi.
Yeah.
And one more also I planned. We targeted here and Manoj Matthew. Manoj.
And this is very good, by the way. We must always keep backups for all of our targets so that if something happens, they are unable to complete, there is somebody else who will do this job. And the target date for these 2
This
members?
will be in the Feb
Okay.
2021.
Then we have now the fifth award could be a level 4, could be level 5, or could be a
Or
DTM.
DTM.
Do you have anybody in mind for this?
Yes, this also we have. Our beloved president is going to lead for our level 5. Santosh
Okay,
Patro.
Santosh. Okay.
And
So level 5, huh?
yes,
Great.
and Bita Johnson, we have stand up.
Okay. So target date for Santosh to do this?
It's on. We planned it on January.
Okay, great. And the last educational award could be another L4,
Yes, we
L5,
have.
or DT. You have a great. Who are this?
This is TM Mahesh Iyer is embarking for his is waiting for his GTM award, and along with again we are planning for the Santosh Patrosh for the another level.
It could be level 4 also, by the way. It doesn't have to be level 5, right? So
Yes, level 4. Yes,
yeah.
the earlier one is level 4, and this one is a level 5.
Okay.
Santosh.
So this will be level 5, and let me change this to level 4. Great.
Yes, correct. This is right.
And the target date for Mahesh will be end of the year or before
Yes,
that?
this is end of the year. It will already is under course.
So we will make it like middle of June, because from 1st of June, you can start submitting the DTMs actually. So we can
Yes,
always say
it's an
15th of June,
May
2000
May we put it May. Yes.
May. Okay. So we have already seen that we are reaching our 6 DCP goals out of the possible 6. And it means that the VP education has done his homework to ensure that all 6 awards are delivered to the club. Excellent job, and thank you, Santosh. Thank you, Kundal, for your
Thank
support for Bhavan's Toastmasters. The award that is the goals that are the most crucial are the membership awards. As you can see, we need to achieve at least 8 new members throughout the year if we are to finish a year with 10 out of 10. Because if we don't add 8 members, we will never reach that 10 out of 10 goal. And this is where the PR team and the VP membership and the president need to work together to see how they will hit the target. Now, our president has already given us his strategic vision of what he plans to do, the Christmas celebrations, the open houses. But let's talk to the VP membership and ask him what are his thoughts on achieving this. Bijo, can you help us to decide on these 2 goals?
Of course, thank you, DTM Kejida, and warm good morning to all the distinguished Toastmasters and officials. Okay, I will come to direct to the plan of the membership awards. Currently, we are having a 2 regular meeting every month, Saturday, from 5:45. Even during this lockdown period, we closer to our usual meeting place. We continued to have our meeting virtually without fail. We invited three to three guests to all our meetings. Many of these guests become convenience of the value that belongs to Toastmasters International and join our club. We will be continuing to follow this program. In addition to this, we are planning to conduct 2 mega public meetings where we will be inviting many guests from outside. We are expecting them to eventually join to our club membership. The open programs, actually the events are open house meeting on a 200th meeting of celebration on 14th August, and a club anniversary and Christmas celebration we are planning in December 2020. This is a major 2 public events we are going to conduct.
Great. So, in your opinion, then both of these 8 members is a realistic goal for you, correct?
Yes, yeah, of course.
Okay. Do you have any target date for the first set of 4 members, like when we could add from now we have 23. So let's say we want to become 27. By when do you think? End of December or?
No, 31st of August 2020, we are targeting 4 people.
Wow, that's amazing. That's a great plan. Fine. And then
And
the
again,
next.
target for an additional 4 members before 31st December 2020.
So you have your plan well set, as I can see, as far as the membership is concerned. And the club should feel comfortable knowing that all this is planned. You have a calendar for the events. Absolutely great. Let me move back to the president to understand whether he has managed to do any training for his club officers to see, because we need to have 2 rounds of training to get 1 DCP goal in training, right? So we have to first train the members in round 1 and then again train the members in second round. Now, I believe, President, the first round is already over for us, right? And did we manage to do the training? Santosh, are you there? Or I can ask Kondal if.
Yes, we did all the
Yes.
seven. All the seven executives we attended at the first round meeting, and 26th of June, I think we had.
Now that is first of all an amazing thing. You know that all seven did not have to attend, right? What is the minimum required?
It's four. Krishna.
Four. Okay, but you made sure that all attended. That
All
shows
seven we had.
commitment, by the way. And for that, there will be a special award, by the way, from hopefully from district. I haven't checked the final list. But if all seven members attend both the round of training, for sure, district has to give you recognition for that. Okay, so this is already done according to you, right? Because we finished this training, if I'm not mistaken. So we can put the date as
26th June we added.
6 June 2020, and we can say this is already done. So we can already
Yes.
put the date because this is an actual event happened. So it's a done thing. Now the next round, what do you think? All
Yes,
will attend or no?
all we attend. We try to attend this, and this somewhere in Feb they are planning. Definitely, we'll achieve.
So we'll put January is the date, I think, for it, around January. I'll just put
January
15
5th.
1
Yes.
2021, and we will track that. Okay, so if all can attend it, and so now we can see that we have already reached what? Let's see. Oh, we are at 9 already. So the last goal, again, you or the president can answer to me whether your club officers list was submitted on time.
Yes.
Thank you, President. So we can say already done. And the target date, of course, was the end of June. So I will put 30 June 2020, and it's already done. And you know what is the last part we need, right? The last half goal that we need to achieve, which is in September and in March, you have to make sure at least 8 members are renewed, that you're in good standing. But based on your plan, I don't even have to ask you because I can see that you're already going to do that,
Definitely,
correct?
yeah. Very neat.
Fantastic. And you can put some comments on that, and I will put this is in April. So I will put 1st April 2021 when the round of second the renewals happens, you will achieve this point. Now we can see that, yes, we are going to end with 10 out of 10. So we have a plan now, and we can start sharing this plan with our members. At the business meeting, you can announce this plan, get all the members involved, put more names, by the way. I would advise you not just to rely on 2 or 3 people, put more backups, but don't call them backups, just put their names. All of you all are responsible for level 1. All of you all are responsible to give us level 2. So they feel that they are contributing to the club's success. Thank you so much for participating in this discussion. You have now a plan, which, by the way, you could send this to the area director, and I'm sure most of them will be more than happy. Some of them may ask you also to send you the more detailed plan, and you can do that. Now you have the information. It is just a matter of copy pasting and putting additional information that you think will help the area director understand your club better, your culture, your protocols, your interactions, how do you communicate. You can give all this additional information to the area director. But in essence, the Excel file that we prepared is your club success plan. And yeah, I wish you, Bhavans, all the best. And other club members, see, you can follow the same protocol, have a meeting online, use this Excel sheet, it's freely available. Start that as your base, as your bird's eye view. Once you have that in place, but of course, make sure that you have talked to your members, got their interest understood, build this plan, and then send it to the area director.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, team. Now, as I said, you made a plan. And let me just switch back to my camera view. And let's see what was there in the chat. Did anybody, by the way, was there anybody who loved Lord of the Rings? I don't see. And anyway, I see a lot of chat, I will go through it, but creating a plan is step one. You also need to monitor. And I want all of you all to become familiar, as I said, with the Toastmasters website, because everything that you need to know is available here. You don't have, as I said, don't have to be a club officer. You don't have to be a member. Anybody can go and start checking what's happening in the area, district, and the club. And you can check the performance of your club, performance of other clubs. And there are so many reports that you can access from here. For example, daily reports, educational achievements. And those of you, I'm sure most of us are experts in Excel nowadays. You don't even have to come to the website. The Toastmaster website is so flexible in giving information to us. If I wanted to download all this information of all these awards, I could just take this link that you see on top here, on the top. If I just copy this link, the Control C copy, and I will like open Excel. Okay. All I have to do is I can go to data, and say get data from the web. Okay. You don't have to do anything. Just say go to Excel, get data from the web. And that URL in the education award that you had, you can just copy paste it here. Okay. And click OK. Like this, you can access almost all the reports that are available on Toastmaster website directly in Excel, even without going to the Toastmaster website. So now it is connecting to the Toastmasters website directly from Excel, and it should bring for me the reports. Beautiful. It's retrieving the information, trying to understand what is there in that website, and trying to present it to me in a form of a Excel file. Okay, it's taking little time. There it is. So as you can see, it found some data here. Table 0, not very interesting. Table 1, not very interesting. But table 2, wow, everything that we needed is right there in front of us. Okay. All I can do now is say, load it. So without going anywhere, just from Excel, I am able to now retrieve the entire educational awards from Toastmasters of District 20 in an Excel file. Okay, so it's saying at the bottom, running background query. It may take a few seconds, but you can be sure that all the data will be retrieved and brought here. Okay, so this way you can monitor, and there it is, all the data. Okay, if I want to do some analysis, how many of you all know pivot tables? Can you say, yes, I know pivot tables? If not, maybe there is a workshop required on pivot tables very soon for us to analyze. But yeah, I can say insert pivot table, and let me just move this, and I can say member, for example, and award, and sort from high to low. So I can see now, without going anywhere, sitting in Excel, I am now able to see that in District 20, the person with the highest awards for the last year was Venugopal Rajesh, and he got 14 awards. And if we publish this kind of information in our meetings saying, yeah, we have these people achieving this many awards, why don't we aim for this? Why don't we create programs to encourage our members to get these awards? because sometimes we don't know what are the district awards that are given to us by the PQD. Members don't know that if you earn the highest number of educational awards, you'll get a special thing at DTech. And if we encourage our members to aim for that, wouldn't they do it? And you can achieve all of this sitting in Excel at retrieving everything and making nice graphs and pictures and presenting it to your club, encouraging them to achieve more, achieve more. Okay. So this is how we can monitor. You can, of course, this is little, if you find Excel a little too much for you, there is no harm. You can just go to your dashboard and you can investigate directly from here also. There is no problem. You can just look at the performance of each club, how much awards, goals they have met, which awards they are achieving, and so forth. And it's nice to know how clubs are performing across the district and across the world. I can check any club across anywhere in the world and see how I compare against them. So that's how we monitor our plan. And as we complete our awards, you can go back to your success plan, fill up those dates, and then keep monitoring it and keep monitoring it. So I have sort of reached my target of 45 minutes. And I just want to touch upon the area plan, because for me, an area plan is nothing but a summation of the club success plan. It's similar, but it starts with the club submitting their area plan, and then the area director just has to think how he can make himself president distinguished. That is, make sure that all his clubs are going to be distinguished and above, and then make sure he adds one new club to become president distinguished. That's the only criteria for an area president distinguished. Add one club plus make sure that 50% plus more are distinguished in your area. So I don't want to spend too much time on the area plan, because today I wanted to really focus on the club success plan, because that's the base for everything right up to the district. If you have any questions, of course, I will address them in the Q&A session after next interesting session. But before I do that, I just want to reiterate that we have followed the content that I have delivered, and I will launch 4 quick polls, and I want you all to submit your answers to that. So the first poll is coming, and here the question for you is to become select distinguish. So we have distinguish, select distinguish, and president distinguish. To become select distinguish, a club needs to achieve how many goals? So let me end the poll and share the results with you. So we have 3 levels of distinguish in Toastmasters. To become distinguished, you need to achieve at least 5 goals. But to achieve select distinguished, you need to achieve at least 7 goals. So most of you got it right. And if you want to achieve president distinguished, then you need to achieve 9 goals. The second question I have for you is, to be eligible for distinguished status, a club must have at least 20 members. We know that. Or if they don't have 20 members, what is the other requirement? That they need to add how many new members? So let me share the results with you. Those who answered 5 new members actually is the correct answer. You need to have 20 members at the end of year, or the other criteria is that you need to add 5 new members. 8 members is to get those 2 DCP goals. They are not linked to the same thing. To distinguish status and the 2 goals are 2 different objectives, but the correct answer is 5. Okay. The third question I have for you is, A club can achieve a training goal only if what? Bit tricky, but I'm sure you will get it. Can you see the on your screen? Because nobody is responding. Maybe you found it complicated.
Kajitan, they cannot see. The chat message says they cannot see.
Right, I'll relaunch it. How about now? Great.
Yes, we can see.
Great, great. And let me close the poll and share the results. So most of you got it right. At least 4 XCOM members must attend 2 rounds of training during the year. And the final question I have for you is, if 4 members complete level 2, what does it translate to for the club? Is it 1 DCP goal? Is it 2 DCP goals? Is it 3 or is it 4? And I will end the polling and share the results. So 2 members completing level 2 gives you 1 DCP goal, which means if 4 members complete level 2, in the current DCP chart, you get 2 DCP goals. All right. So most of you got that right. And thank you very much. Over to you, DTM Anil Kumar.
There is hand raised by Salim
Thank
Mohammed.
you,
Can you check?
DTM Kajitan, for that wonderful workshop. It was very simple